Hi there, wanted to give you a quick little insight into what Wakelet is and how I am using it, and show you how to kind of start with the actual program. So like I mentioned in the newsletter, Wakelet is kind of a content curation site. It allows you to save, organize, and share content from across the web, and that can be any PDFs you find, anything from your Google Drive. You can pull things from YouTube or add PDFs. You can just literally link URLs of different websites you've come across. The options are endless, and I kind of wanted to just to give you a preview and show you what it looks like. So if you haven't used Wakelet before, you're going to go ahead and sign up. I have, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. The cool thing about the login is it's a single kind of sign-in option, and you can use your Google account. So I'm going to continue with my Google account. It's going to bring up the page. And I'm just going to click on my email, my school email. It'll log me in. Once you log in, it's going to direct you to the home page. You can see that I have different collections or boards. It's very similar to Pinterest in that way. Different collections or boards that you can add different URLs or images or whatever. So recently I have done a lot of research on sketchnoting. So anything that I find or videos I find, I've created a new board to add it to. Badging, largely most of my time has been spent here, digital learning and online teaching. And so I wanted just to kind of show you how to create a collection. So many of us, we use different, we use slideshows for delivering material. So I'm going to go ahead and create a collection of different slideshow templates for Google Slides. So it brings you here once you push create a new collection, and I'm just going to put slides templates. You can write a description. That would be, if you're going to make it public, you can explain what's inside here for people that are searching, but I'll talk about that in a second. You could add a cover image. You can either upload an image from your own library in your computer, or you can choose from their Unsplash library. Unsplash is another really cool Chrome extension. It's a bunch of free images that you can use for whatever purposes you want, and they're all free, not copyright. And so say we're going to look for pictures. I don't know. I'm just going to use this. It has an S on it, but you could choose anything. If I had time, I'm going to go back through probably and I'll re-edit it. But so it's going to save your image. Your image is now saved. And then the next step would be to add materials to this board, right? So you're going to go find your website. I've kind of already done that by saving time. So this is slidemodel.com. There's a bunch of Google Slides templates, some free, some not so free. I'm going to go ahead and click up at the top in the URL bar. I'm going to go ahead and right click and copy that URL. I'll go back to my board, and notice where it has this plus sign. You're going to click it, and you have various options. You can use a Flipgrid video that you found. If you're using Microsoft, you can access your OneDrive, which is similar to the Google Drive. You could even go Google Drive. So say your PLC is interested in kind of having a collaborative bank of URL websites, and you don't want to just add them to a Google Doc. You can actually create a collaborative board, and you all can add things from your Google Drive or from the internet. So these could be documents. You can upload PDFs, images, bookmarks. These are like bookmarks if you like favorite things up at the top. If you are into Twitter, believe it or not, Twitter has a huge education PLN or professional learning network. So if you wanted to add tweets, you could. YouTube videos, any just text. So say you wanted to take notes, you could do that. Or you can just paste a URL, which we just copied. So I'm going to go ahead and right click in the box, push paste, and it automatically saves it for you. So we just did this from slide model, right? So now that we have slide model in there, it's there forever. Let's do that one more time. So this is Mike McFadden. He offers a lot of different slide templates for free and for cost. So I'm going to right click in the URL bar. I'm going to copy. You can also do Control C, go, and I want to add a new item. So I'll push the green plus sign. We're going to do another URL. I'll paste it here. And as you can see, it is saved. And so now, you have these two items that you've added to this board. Now I have the option to make it private where I'm the only one that can see it. I can do it unlisted where if I send the link to people, they can see the collection, or I can make it public. And I'm going to go ahead and make this one public, and I'll explain exactly what public means in just a minute. So you push done to save everything. And now you can see this collection. You can go back and edit it if you want, right? It has your 2 documents there. To go to all your boards, you go to Home, and there is my slide templates board. Now there's another cool Chrome extension. This is if you just go to wakelet.com, right? The website. If you go up and you search for Wakelet Chrome Extension, there's a Chrome extension. Up here in this bar, you see all of these. These are all different Chrome extensions. For example, this is Share to Classroom. If I find something that I want to link to Classroom, I can push it. This is for Screencastify. This is one tab where it takes all of my tabs and consolidates it into one. If I wanted to add a Bitmoji, et cetera, et cetera. There's lots of options. If you're curious about those, you can always reach out. But I'm interested in the Chrome extension for Wakelet. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the first thing that comes up where it says Wakelet Google Chrome. And it's going to bring me up to the Chrome Web Store and we're going to look at extensions here. So the way you add this extension up here is you push Add to Chrome. Now there's a couple steps you have to follow. It's always going to bring this up anytime you add an extension. So push Add Extension. It's going to check to see that it's capable for your computer. Notice that it's downloading here. And once that's done downloading, you can see right here, it'll say open. So we're waiting on the download. Oh, there it is. So now the Chrome extension has been added. So it looks like the logo. So right up here, Wakelet, right? So even if I see how it says remove from Chrome, that means it's up here. Even if I X out of that, notice this little logo is going to stay. It stays there. Now, instead of going and searching the website and then opening up a Wakelet board, what I could do instead is I could find my website. We just did McFadden, and I'll X that one out. Now I'm at Slides Carnival. Now Slides Carnival is kind of a pretty well-known free template for Google Slides, but I don't want to go ahead and say that Wakelet wasn't open, right? I took that away. So now I'm on Slides Carnival, and I want to add it to my Wakelet board. So how do I do that? Well, you go up to this Chrome extension you just added, and you just click it. What that's going to do is it's going to bring up this little box here in just a second. And if you notice, it's you already have it loaded on your Google Chrome account. And if you notice, it is right there. And so instead of having to copy the URL, log into Wakelet, and then add it there, you can just go ahead and use the extension, push save, and it saves it for you. So we can exit that. Let me try that one more time. So this is a Google Slides PowerPoint, once again, free and not free templates. Go ahead and click the Wakelet extension. It'll bring up the actual extension for you rather than having to go and copy and paste the URL. And you click save, and it saves there. Now, some people asked me, like, what about Wakelet and like that public option? And so I've made this public, right, this slides template, and I wanted just to kind of show you what that meant. So if you push explore in Wakelet, and this is actually when you log into wakelet.com, what it will do is it will kind of like look at your boards and give you kind of your top picks. So say that you wanted to do a unit on powerful commencement speeches. You can click on their collection, and you can see that this user has made a public board where they've linked a variety of powerful commencement speeches in their mind, right? So just a series of those, and you can actually even save that to your own collection or share it with someone else. Or, maybe you want to look for copyright friendly photos and images, or you're interested in literature from, individuals of, color, right? So you click there. You could even, some people have even obviously created home workouts. Very clearly, I must have been doing some searching regarding that. There's a variety of different things you could do, making recycled puppets, which I think is awesome. And so, or if you're more wanting to be more pointed, maybe you wanted to focus your kind of ideas, you could go ahead and do the search bar, and then it's going to scour the whole Wakelet collection to see if anything comes up. So say I wanted to create a board about geometry, right? Different videos or resources. And notice this one has 66. So I can click it and it will take me to the person's curated board, different geometry lessons from around the world. And I can go and find one, click it. They look like there are a lot of YouTube videos, save it, whatever it needs to be. So that is kind of my quick little, intro to Wakelet. You can change the way that it is perceived. So the newly created A to Z, whatever you need to do, it has it for you. And I just think it's a really cool tool because it's mostly like a lot of education sites or collections that have been created. And you can really, the sky's the limit. And if you're interested, there is certification for Wakelet. So as you create more boards, you can go ahead and search for Wakelet certification and end up getting a badge for that. So there it is. If you have questions, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much.